Oh, what's up, people? Yeah, seven is up. Seven is up. This is just my little refreshment that I'm just, oh, by the way, welcome to Crazy Bowl TV. Please share, subscribe. Nothing going on. Just, I'm thirsty. I'm just going to have a little bit of 7-Up right now. Please share, subscribe, like. You got to press that notification bell, please, for notification purposes. We're just going to have a little bit. I'm very thirsty right now, people. And I'm sorry, I'm late. I need to get my stuff ready. What's going on, my people? What's going on, my people? Welcome to Crazy Bowl TV. I appreciate you guys being here with me. Please let me get a little bit of 7-Up. Very delicious, very delicious, very, very, very delicious. How y'all doing today? Welcome back, welcome back. This is the review show. Appreciate y'all being here with me. Please, like I said, don't forget, share, subscribe, and like. We appreciate y'all very much. We're gonna review all the matches in the EPL today. There's still one more tomorrow. I think it's Brentford and Fulham. Let's get it going. And we're going to talk about Liverpool versus Manchester United. And as a matter of fact, we will just start with that one. We all know what just happened. And if you don't know, you're about to find out. Liverpool played Manchester United at Anfield today. Great atmosphere. Manchester United team on form. I mean, they said they are back. That's what we've been hearing. They are back. Ten Hag, best manager in the world because they just won the Carabao Cup. The same cup they told us is a Mickey Mouse cup. So basically, that's what happened. First, let's start with the lineup. Liverpool's club came with the lineup that we all expected him to do. Especially, if you guys haven't watched it, please go to Sophia Talk Football and check it out. That's where me and my boy Ant did our preview. That's why I didn't have a preview Thursday for you guys. And I left a message. At least I hope everybody got a chance to go watch her. In our preview, we did basically said the lineup will be Trent, Konate, Robo, and middle three is going to be Fab, Henderson, Besacek, and then the front three of Gapo, Nunes, and Salah. But then, Klopp, my manager, throw a little span on the works, and then he rested Besacek and then played Elliott instead. Of course, a lot of people had questions, including myself. I was more expecting Besacek to start because of his defensive prowess compared to Elliott. I understand the Henderson part because Henderson is a very experienced player, and he has dealt with this high-pressure type of games. And then Fabinho, we know Fabinho's been getting a little bit of form, and he's playing much better than the Fabinho of these couple months. Elliott was kind of like something different for a lot of people. But guess what? My manager, that's what he does. That's what he's paid for. The game started and Liverpool was a full throttle. We had a lot of pressure. We pressured them a lot. We had a lot of energy, intensity, that's the word. And the good thing was we were able to control the ball even though we were running a lot, pressing and all that. When we get the ball, we're able to move the ball around pretty quickly. The transition between the defense to midfield to attack was good. The problem that I was having was when it comes to the final third, we were not creating anything. Especially we saw how flat Nunes was. Out of all of them, it was very kind of worrying. We thought maybe he had an injury or, he has a shoulder issue going on. So everybody was like, hey, what's going on? He was very, very flat. He was not pressing well. Even when the ball is right around his area, he was not pressing the attacker or the defender. But in terms of the other players, a few of them they were not playing bad. It's just they didn't start with that energy that we expected. I know Elliott started well. Henderson started well. Gakpo started well. Salah started well. The back four started very well. So it was a match of, give and take. They decided to be pragmatic and try to hit us on a counter attack, which I think we did very well. Our line was not so high. We pressed them, especially in the midfield when they have the ball. They had a few chances where it was a goal opportunity, but our center backs, VVD and Konate were on it. Trent and Robo was also on it. So it made it very hard for them to break. And especially when they were breaking through the middle, Henderson and Elliott were very quick to recover. Also, Fabinho was also very quick to support the back four, so he was able to close down the lanes. And then we had an opportunity. We score a goal first half. We go into second half, and that's where all hell breaks. The goals were just, it was just beautiful. Second half, I know my boy G on Twitter was like, ManU played better than Liverpool in the first half. I hope we score an early goal. And I was like, my man, I think you're watching a different game. They had a better, clear chances that we we did, but I think we were playing better. But, it's how you interpret the game. Second half came in, and I think within 2 minutes, bang, we score a goal. Nunes. Gakpo scored the first goal. Nuno scored the second goal. Next goal. Gakpo, we hit them with a counter-attack. Now Manchester United are not even, the players are not doing anything that Ten Hag asked them to do. And that was the crazy thing, because we've been saying they are just playing on the wave. They play on the momentum right now. And when they got challenged, they could not figure it out. They could not find another way of playing the game, because most of the time the teams that they play against, those guys don't take their chances. But Liverpool did. And when Liverpool did it, now they came on a full attack, which you do not do that against Liverpool. What have we always said? Attack at your own peril. Nowadays, one thing that I'm starting to like about our team is when a team gets a corner kick or a free kick, the counter-attack is so vicious that they are not even sure if they want to have that corner kick or that free kick, any type of set piece, that is. Because when Alisson get it, Salah is already moving, Gakpo is already gone, Nunes, you know what he's going to do. Second half, I think Klopp did really talk to him, because he came back with a whole different energy, and the goal that he scored so early helped him. And then you could see his mood change. All of a sudden, he's everywhere. He's pressing from front to back. He's pushing them in the midfield. He's holding the ball a little much better than what he was doing in the first half. Gakpo now, they can hold Gakpo, because Gakpo's runs is hard for Varane and Martinez to figure out what they were doing, especially between Gakpo and Nunes. Their run was so hard for these people, because they had their eye on Salah and they wanted to shut Salah down, but they totally forgot what Gakpo and Nunes can do. Hence the reason why Seven Hag wanted to get Gakpo, and he wanted to get Nunes. He pressed really, really hard. He was looking for Gakpo for 6 months. He couldn't get it. He was looking for Nunes. He couldn't get it. This is the reason why, because the man knew something. He's a great coach. We're not going to banter him and say, oh, he's not a good coach. But my man, I have something for him, and I'll say it a little bit. However, the movement of the ball of the Liverpool front three was so much that they, the butcher, Champions League Varane, the best left back, what's his name, Shaw, and then they messed around and chose Dalot to be on the right side, and that game was over. If we're talking about tactics, I don't know why Ten Hag decided to play Rashford through the middle, which usually he play. Rashford always likes to go against Trent, because he gives Trent a lot of problems. They played Fernandes on the left, and for the first 40 minutes, I didn't hear Fernandes' name until he tried to dive, and he was crying for a penalty. So the second half, the way we played them was we just composed ourselves. We didn't press them too much. We just sit back, and then when they come through the middle, we hit them with an intense pressure. And when we get the ball, the midfield is just wide open. Elliott was just basically had such a great game. I have to give it to the man, because this guy, every time he plays and he doesn't get what he wants, he always put his head in his hands, especially in the first half. He had a chance to score a goal from Nunes' assist, and then he didn't put it in. There was also a crossing. He was giving a square pass in the midfield, and it went straight to Fred, which usually what he would do is he would put his head in his hands and then start trying too hard, trying to impress. But this one, he kept his cool. It seems like he listened to what I've been telling him. Keep your cool, keep calm. It'll come to you. And that's exactly what he did. And the game came to him, and he was everywhere. He had energy. Henderson, I have to give out an extra shout out to Henderson, because this man was all over. This was the old Henderson that we've missed. He was everywhere. It doesn't matter where the ball was going. He was pressing them. He was making it very hard for Casemiro, Fred, and Fernandes to be able to calm down with the ball. They couldn't pass the ball. Rashford was starved after the ball. Yes, when he got a couple chances, he almost scored, but the man hadn't touched the ball for so long that by the time he gets the ball, he was fluffing his line. This is not the hardest striker in the world, playing. And then the goals were just coming. I mean, I have to go back and watch it again, because it was just crazy how Liverpool was scoring with ease. Every time we attack, it looked like we were going to score. And we didn't waste our chances. This is the crazy thing. I think the stats say that we had eight shots on goal, 7 went in. That's crazy. That is crazy stats right here. That was like almost 90%. It didn't stop. Like Liverpool today were on it. They smelled blood, and they were like, we will not put our foot off the gas, because when we went to Old Trafford last year, we gave him 5-0. After the fourth goal, you could see that we were just relaxing, just moving the ball around. And of course, the fifth goal came in. This one, it was like every time we had the ball, we hold the ball, pass it around. As soon as an opportunity arises, bam, we go in and we score. We did not waste our chances. We didn't get too many chances, and the chances that we got, we put it in the back of the net. Bobby even got up from the bench. Si, senor. He came in and also, just like Hollywood, Liverpool's all about that script, the Hollywood script. This is his last year. This is the last chance he's playing against Manchester United at Anfield, and he'd make the best of it, put the cherry on top. And I believe that against when we were at Old Trafford, he missed that game. So this one was a game that he really, 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 really wanted to put his mark on. So, I mean, when I went on Ant-Man's TV, the ratings were just 9. I think the lowest rating was a 9. Everybody was getting a 10, 9.5. I mean, it was crazy. Let me get a little more 7 up. 7-0. We moved. I mean, I'm not going to talk too much. I mean, this game was exciting. Liverpool played very, very well. I'm very excited how the manager managed the team today. He didn't make too many in-game management. You could see and you could tell that his instructions was very, very, very well executed. The energy they brought, they didn't just waste the energy. They didn't just press high. Trent and Robo were not just bombing forward just for the sake of bombing forward. The midfield brought so much energy that we think that Fabinho is 25 years old. People be making fun of his age lately. We got to give kudos to the manager and his staff, the players for doing exactly what the manager said, and an extra shout out to Anfield, because Anfield was on another level. And that segue to what I wanted to say about Mr. 7 Hag. When I asked him about how do you think you're going to deal with Anfield, he said it's just another place. You need to ask Pep. You need to ask Jose. And then you need to go ask Barcelona. Yes, we had a little snafu with Madrid. That's a whole different situation. But this is Anfield. We do not play. This is not a place where teams comes in to have a wonderful time. Ask Sunday when he said that up against Liverpool. City hasn't won the Champions League in part because of what Liverpool have done today. I'm saying this game was beautiful. LFC did what LFC was supposed to do. We always said that one of these days somebody's going to get it. Just like the Bournemouth game at home. We said somebody is about to get it, and then guess what? It happened. Very excited for the boys. They did so well. Very proud of them. Oh man, this 7-Up is delicious. 7-Up, if you're listening and you're watching, please shout out your boy, man. The game is beautiful. And the reason why I'm even more excited is not just the 7 for banter purposes, but the 3 points. The 3 points is so important that we saw Spurs draw points, Newcastle draw points. So if Liverpool was planning on being in the top 4, we needed this, especially us dropping points against Crystal Palace. Now, if we beat Crystal Palace and we draw this match, like here, ManU, team on form, so-called best team in the world, they back, blah, blah, blah. You understand. But the fact that we did this to them, which tells everybody else now, this team might be back. The sleeping giant might be waking up. And at any time, anybody can get it. Liverpool has been very frustrated, especially the fans, with how we played this year, how we started, the lack of investment in the midfield that we've known for years that this was supposed to be taken care of. And eventually, players like VVD coming back from a very, very serious injury, played so many games last season, and then basically this season his body was just breaking down, and then he gets the injury, which was like a blessing in disguise. Konate, same thing. We have to be very thankful with what the manager is doing. Yes, the manager has had his licks this season with the fans, even his hardcore fans were like, he's doing things that we don't like, but it seems like he's learning. I'm seeing some of the changes. Yes, he's playing the same way, same formation, but the tactics has changed. It's not as crazy as it used to be. It's not as boring and linear and predictable as it is, where it was side to side, side to side. Because I'll give you an example. Henderson today, when he gets the ball, I can count on 3 fingers the amount of time where the ball went backwards. This time when he got the ball, he turned, even when pressure was coming. And that tells me that the manager may have told him something. Because I did tweet this. I said, Henderson, 90% of his game is always passing the ball back. And it could be this the manager instruction or he just don't have it. And today what he did tells me that he does have it. But a lot of it had to do with what the manager was telling him. Because today when he had the freedom to do what he wanted to do, he made it happen. Now hope the club allow him to be free a little bit more. or instead of every time he gets the ball, send it back and let VVD launch it up. Today, he got the ball, pressure coming, he still turned, and that a lot of that opened up Manchester United because they knew every time Henderson gets the ball, he's going to pass it back. So they always pressure him, knowing that he's going to pass it back. So they get ready to attack the center backs. But guess what? When every time he turned, it didn't go that way. They were always left opened up. And it was I'm very happy with what I saw with Henderson today. And the crazy thing is I tweeted, shout out to my captain. And as soon as I tweeted that, like literally 7 seconds later, he gives a great assist and Núñez make it. I think that was the 5th goal. I mean, right now, I don't know whose goal is what. I don't even want to look what it is. I'm just excited that it's a 7-0. We're going to banter them until they do the same thing to us, which is not going to happen. And we did tell Sophie, this is your chance to beat us. If you don't, next year, the Liverpool that is coming, that Club 2.0 that's coming, is going to be crazy. So I'm just going to leave it as that. Guys, please share, subscribe. We're going to talk about the rest of the weekend, what happened. There was a lot of great matches. City versus Newcastle, one of them. City just put their foot on them and said, no, we're not going to allow this to go any further. And, 2-0, game over. The crazy thing about this game also is Newcastle played very well. I mean, I won't say very well, but they played well. It wasn't like City bossed them around. Newcastle had a couple of chances where they could have caused City a lot of trouble. They passed the ball very, very well. So I don't know why they didn't take their chances, If they scored one, that game would have changed a lot of, because they were able to nullify Haaland. Haaland didn't score a goal. It was Bernardo and Foden. Foden is getting, is hitting a form right now where City needs. That is crazy. That boy sounds special, man. Arsenal versus Bournemouth, that was a great match. That was a great match. Bournemouth came in with a plan, they executed it well, and they scored 2 goals. The problem is they started falling into this dark art. If you're going to use the dark art, you have to make sure you finish the game, and they did not. And Arsenal right now it's literally the mentality monsters, and they keep coming and coming and coming and coming, but they end up scoring 3 goals. Partey was on smoke. Partey, I don't know why Arteta risked it by letting Xhaka. This is a game you need to win, especially knowing that Newcastle is going to play City. Why did you bench Saka? Some of his lineup was very questionable. But at the end of the day, they won. He made a great sub by bringing in Nelson, and that guy scored the 3rd goal. The crazy thing is he also assisted the 2nd. The coach, Arteta's tactics work, Arteta's plan, his substitution worked very well. But this match was very, very good. The Bournemouth got beat because of what they were doing. Instead of finishing the game off, they wanted to rely on the dark arts. Same thing Newcastle did against Liverpool at the beginning of the season, and we beat them. Who's next? Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace. I mean, that was a routine 1-0. Cash scored the goal. Crystal Palace, you guys worry me. Although I know you guys are going to be safe, but next season it's not going to be as easy as this. Brighton just put Brighton. West Ham is going to have a relegation battle, man. Brighton put a 4-0. McAllister, Veltman, Welbeck. This guy is still here. Mitoma, that kid, I will have Liverpool have them. Liverpool should look at getting this guy. We know Caicedo right now, it's over. He decided to sign a new contract, so he's staying. McAllister. McAllister should be a player that we should look at. So is Mitoma. Did I say his name right? Yeah, Mitoma. Liverpool should look at that kid. He is something. Chelsea finally Chelsea finally scored a goal, 600 million. They finally got 1 goal. They beat Leeds at Stamford Bridge 1-0. They played well. Chelsea played well, but it wasn't as easy as it looked. Leeds started to change their tactics from what they are constantly used to, and that affected them. And their final third was very poor because they had a couple good chances where they could have hurt Chelsea. They didn't put it away. Wolves versus Spurs. This game was, oh my God. Spurs, all I'm going to say, thank you, Wolves. That's what I'm going to say. Right now, I don't know. Adama, you, my G, beating them up. Wolves beating Spurs 1-0. Southampton also finally gets a win. They beat Leicester City. Leicester, I don't know what's wrong with Leicester. Same thing like I said with Crystal Palace. Leicester, you might be safe this season. But next season, if you play like this, and I know you're going to lose more players, it's going to be peak. This morning, Forest played Everton, and we told you how Forest are. When they play at home, they are something else. But today, Everton brought the game. They were up 2-1, and then were not able to hold on. Johnson scored a 2nd goal. That's a kid that a lot of teams are looking at. He's good. I like him. He's pretty good. Tomorrow, we got got Redford and Fulham tomorrow. I think this is going to be a cracker. I'm hoping 0-0 for my fantasy purposes. Right now, I'm trying to get the #1 spot. Guys, thank you so much. Please share, subscribe. Oh, we say what's up? Oh, no, 7 is up. That's all I'm saying. Share, subscribe, and like. Please leave a comment, agree or disagree. Liverpool, 7. Manchester United, 0. We move one game at a time. We got Bournemouth next. Hopefully we could get a dub, and then we move to, I think we go to the Bernabeu. Kwesi Bowl. Peace.